Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another video. I am currently here in Maysville, Kentucky, going to be traveling down Highway 68 today for the 400-mile Kentucky yard sale. Now, unfortunately, though, it decided that it was going to rain all night last night, and it's supposed to rain today, but we're not going to let that stop us, because I know it's not going to stop the vendors out here. People come from all over the country to set up and to come here and shop for this yard sale. So there's definitely going to still be people out, and the rain's not going to stop them at all. Now, though, it just pulled up at the first stop. Let's see what we find. Morning.
Morning. A lot of the stuff's priced. If it's something ain't priced, just holler.
All right.
We haven't got everything stickered yet. And then I worked under Eric Bach and Kevin Dole on a retard.
I run backhoe.
Yeah. There you go.
$2
Well, I'm
each.
retarded. That's like my wife wants me to tell her what to do, and I said, that was ready to go. I said,
Thank
you may not.
Appreciate it.
Well, I kind of told her that. I said, well, if you retire and you don't want props, and I was like, they use me once or twice a month.
Work station.
Oh, really?
Them thumb wrestlers. I'll grab him too.
I'm serious. I'm serious. They told me, they said, your mom said, try to get that picture and hide it.
Around that jacket.
$5.
Grab that. So I'm good with this stuff right here.
All right.
So yeah, 12, 14, 19.
$19.
You don't have any older wrestling shirts, do you?
No.
Those are the
Well, I
only ones
do,
you
but I
got?
don't have it here.
Okay. All right, there we go. The first pickups of the sale. Got some wrestling figures. He had a ton of them in there, but unfortunately he had them priced out between $2 and all the way up to $10 a piece, so he kind of knew what he had. These ones are the earlier ones from '80s, so figured I can at least lot these up and I'll do good on them. And then I got this New York Division A Champions jacket, so $5 on that and $2 a piece on these guys. First scores. How much on that? 5? Let me keep looking for a second. How much on that?
2.
2. Alright. Here's 2. Let's see if we got a 5 in here.
Okay. Know that.
Thank you for this stuff.
Yep.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Alright, got some ink. The box is open, but the package inside looks sealed. And then this Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 3 declassified. I don't know what it is, but MSRP right there is $50. So for 5, I'll take the chance. Brand new. It's got a little pile or something.
Those are non-working.
Non-working?
Yeah, that's why I got them all together like
Gotcha. Street Fighter 2.
Now, like these right here, I'd sell as a bundle because they need to be refurbished.
Okay.
There's a holder over there.
Full
They all
stuff
need
too?
to be refurbished.
Okay, cool. I'll just look through everything and
Sure. And then
figure something out. That.
be interested in these. These are the original racers from the 1980s.
Oh, those are cool.
Yeah.
How much on those?
I do $10 a piece.
10 a piece on them?
Yeah. And then I got that too. That's That's original.
Oh, that's a cool one. I might have this one actually.
Don't have the top. I've got like 8 or 10 boxes, and that nerve is just an extra. Yeah.
How much on the thermos?
Since I don't have a top, I'd probably do 8.
Yeah. Zillow.
It's hard to blow up.
Grab him.
Get it right.
Look at this dude. We'll grab him too. Just gonna make a little pile up there. I'm just gonna pile the stuff I'm gonna get right up here.
Yeah, that's the way to do it, man. We pile it.
Yep.
I'll do it too.
What were you asking a piece on the figures?
$8 a piece.
8 a piece?
Yeah, for anybody.
Okay.
Weapons are 5 a piece.
Okay.
Are you going through all those, homie?
You can go through them, yeah. I'm just grabbing this stuff right here. You can go through them. What about on the case itself?
Oh, now we're talking big money here.
That's a decent shape too.
Yes, it is. The trays are in there and they're not split. I do 20 bucks on it.
20 bucks on it?
Yeah.
All right, I think I'm ready for you.
Okay.
Yep. There's the 5 figures so far.
All the piece on there.
Get in there.
I know, right?
6.
$6.
All right, what do you want on the calculators?
That one there does work, and I know what it's worth.
Yep.
I'll do 5 on that and 10 on that. 15 good?
I'll take that one, I'll pass on that one.
Okay.
Just because it doesn't got the back on it.
Right.
So, that. Then 2 games.
Shoot, what about $2 a piece?
Works.
Cool with that. Okay.
Cool, so
5, 6, 7.
I think there were 6 figures in there. So that'd be
Okay, 6, 7, 8.
Yep. You got the He-Man thermos and the 2 guys.
And I
Because
said,
those are real cool.
I know, right? Well, she gave me.
What's on the skateboard right here? GT spoiler. It's a cool one. What do you want on that one?
About $5.
I'll do 5 on that.
Okay. I had guys, whenever I put my, telling them I was gonna set up, I had guys like contacting me crazy left and right. Say, hey man, you can put the He-Man stuff out. I was like, no.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. So we're at $50, man.
Yep. 20, 40, 50.
Man, I do appreciate you. And
I
don't care
appreciate
if
it,
you
man.
put me on your YouTube channel. I'm good with that.
Cool. Great.
I'm proud, my man.
Appreciate it, man.
Nice to meet
Thank
you, bro. You have a good day, man. And
You too.
Be careful.
Okay, that was pretty cool. I just had my first little bundle there. It was a $50 bundle, which isn't bad. Some of that stuff is pretty rare, I think, especially like those Masters of the Universe items. But we also got some other stuff. Got that skateboard right there. It has like the old polyurethane wheels. So I grabbed that, the Sharp calculator, a bunch of like 90s toys and stuff down in there, not bad. And then some video games as well. He had the video games, most of them were commons and everything, so they weren't really worth grabbing, but still had some deals in there. So got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, Yoshi's Cookie, and Street Fighter 2. He gave me all those for like $2 a piece, and Resident Evil 2. So I did pretty good there, I think. That was a good little stop, and the guy was super cool. And that dealer right there was actually super friendly. You know, he told me he was a dealer. He sells on eBay too. I told him what I did. Then I had the YouTube channel. And he was more than happy to work me a deal on some stuff. He's given me a good deal. I'm willing to pay up on some of the items that he wants to be paid up on. So it's a win-win situation. When you're honest with people, you're more likely to get a good deal like this. So really happy with that stop. Let's keep on going.
I'll be back out this afternoon probably. It'll be here. All right, thank you. You're welcome.
Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. And the Haynes Beefy. And we'll grab that. It's a cool one. Hard Rock Honolulu. How much are your clothing?
Any of this here?
Mm-hmm.
$1.
$1?
Yeah, this is $1. Anything you see there's $1. I've got men's shirts over here. They're $2.
Oh, cool. I didn't even see all
They're
this stuff.
extra large.
Awesome. I'll just look through it all then.
Yes, yeah. And if you...
Alright, I'm going to grab these 2 off of you.
All right.
Got 1 shirt and 1 sweatshirt.
$2.
Alright. And 2. There you go.
Here you go. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
very much.
Y'all have a good one.
You too. Have a safe trip.
Thanks. That Bob Seger shirt's pretty sweet, actually. I kind of like that graphic. It's all wet. That's unfortunate. What were you asking on that? $5? Cool. Let me check it out real fast. All right, there you go, man. $5.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, it's all muddy and been left out in the rain all night, but even for parts, it's worth more than $5. So I'll take it. Morning. Pretty. That's a pretty one. Maria Antonita. It's $65, but I can't help but feel like that's a good deal on that. That's just beautiful. I think I'm gonna pull the trigger on it. I like it too much.
Don't trust the bag.
I will not trust the bag.
And I didn't mean me or the lady here.
20, 40, 60, here's 80.
Thank you.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
All right, you be careful on your journey.
I will. Thank you very much. Okay, so I wasn't getting service in that building for whatever reason, so I took a chance and bought that pot for $65. I just got back to the car and started looking into it a little bit, and it turns out that Tonita Roybal, I believe that's how you say her name, is a fairly well-known and collectible Native American potter. So that pot might just be the score of the yard sale. There are some going for like $300 to $400, and there are some going for like $5,000. So I'm definitely keeping that one safe for sure. Either way, it's going to be a great pickup at 65, but man, I didn't expect it to be that good. I expected it to be worth more than 65 just because of how it looked. I'm really happy with that one. I'm going to check out that one. What was it? I just walked back there. Yeah. I want to check this guy out. Check him out real fast.
Good, how are you? Got some Star Wars, I think some Star Trek, Next Generation.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that is off Family Guy.
Okay. Would you take 20 for it?
Will you take 20 for that Star Wars thing? That thing you just
This
put
one right
up?
here. 20?
Yeah.
Cool.
Make sure you snap it back to you.
I will. Or else I'll dump them all over the ground. Thank
Have
you.
a good day.
You too. All right, got ourselves some Star Wars there. I think these are the originals. I'm not 100% sure. Star Wars isn't my my go-to knowledge base, but I feel pretty good about that. 20 bucks. How's it going?
Hey, all right, how you doing?
Not too bad. Can't complain. Turned out to be a good day.
Yeah, ain't so hot and sunny. It's don't be pump a storm, but we rained there a little bit last night. But
Yeah, it was like rain a little bit on my way down this morning, but since then, been fine.
yeah, we done pretty good. We got everything set out. Had a few people doing factories.
Good.
Everybody out and about.
It's cool. How much is your clothing?
Hell, $1 a piece.
$1 a piece?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, some of them is collectors. I mean,
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that.
you could probably.
I'll grab that
on
one.
eBay would probably. I don't know if they give you anything for them or not.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'll grab that.
There's some of them there. Some of them's NASCAR and some of them's.
Are these $1 as well?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, you can sell them real easy on eBay.
Probably. Yeah, that's a cool one.
Some people like wearing them. I think there's one there still got the price tag on.
Cat. I'm all about the clothing, so I'm cool with that.
Hell, that there cost $15 when it come out new.
Look at that.
Still got the price on it.
I'll grab it. I'll grab both. I'm grabbing most of these off you.
All right.
Grab that one too. Might as well, right? Might as well. You got any more in there?
No, it's all the ones I had loaded up.
All right. What does this one say? Might as well check it out.
Yeah, that one, I think come out in September 11th.
Oh, September 11th.
Yeah. George Bush's.
Might as well, right? I'll just clean you out of them.
That way I don't have to load them up and take them back.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to you.
Yep, I hope you can do something with it and make some money off of it.
Yeah.
You never know. That's why I tell him, I say people, they come by and they buy stuff, but they never know what you're looking for.
Exactly. Okay, those t-shirts right there were fire. Look at these. That one got the Lakers. That's the first one I saw. That thing's sick. Grateful Dead Cats. Jaguars Super Bowl. AC/DC. That's a newer one, I think. Another NASCAR one. That one's brand new with the tags. Black and Mild. And then a September 11th one. Here's a little trick for you guys who have never been to one of these giant highway sales before and you're planning your first trip out. Be sure to turn down the side streets. If you see a garage sale sign down some random side street, turn down it. That's usually where I end up finding the best stuff. The stuff that's along the highway attracts way more people. It's been picked through more often, and the stuff that's down the side streets just doesn't get touched as much because people either miss the turn, they just look down the street and say, hey, I don't see it, you know, it must be too far down. It just gets picked over less. So if you want to have the best chance of finding some good items, go down the side streets. Just like this one right here. I'm just going down a side street, taking me through the middle of the woods. Don't really know where I'm going, it just said follow the balloons. So that's what I'm doing. This must be it right here. All the balloons hanging from the trees. This is our stop. I think I'm gonna get your 2 pen sets off of you.
All right.
Who's Emmy? Do you know the maker of that? Emmy?
I have no idea.
I'm trying to rack my brain. It's not coming to me anywhere.
No idea. I've got these at an auction. They were in a box lot.
Gotcha.
I have no idea if they even work or not. You may have to get new inserts.
Yeah, that's not too big of a deal. All right, I'll grab these 2.
I'll do 5 on those instead of 6.
Okay.
And if you wanted the rest of them for 5.
So $10 total?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
You would do that?
Yep.
Okay. Whoop.
We'll do that.
All right. I'll get out of the pen business.
There's 20 right there. All right, so this is the pen lot that I just bought, and I was originally only going to buy these Pierre Cardin ones, and I think they go for around 25 bucks a pop, if I remember right. And when I bought these, he just out of nowhere said he'd go ahead and do $5 on them, and then if I wanted the rest of them, which were marked at $3 a piece, he'd do $5 for all of them. So I went ahead and did that. These should be like 20 to 25 each, and then the sharp one I don't know about, but then these 2 are cross pens. They're brand new in the packages, and some cross ones do really well. These ones look newer though, so I'm not really sure, but who knows, maybe I'll get lucky and they'll be worth like 20 bucks a piece or something. Well, it's starting to drizzle out, and those clouds look ominous, so this might be my stopping point today. But yeah, I think we're just going to go ahead and call it there. I'm really happy with how the first day of this sale went. Got some really good stuff. I mean, the back seat's pretty full. I got some stuff up here in the front seat. I'll go through it all with you guys when I get back home to Cincinnati, which for you guys will be just a couple minutes, but for me, it's still going to be a little bit. So I will see you guys at home in this video, but for me tonight, I'll see you guys tomorrow for day number 2 of this sale. Okay, I am back home now, and I'm going to take you guys through everything that I got at the 400-mile yard sale, day number 1. At the first stop, I ended up grabbing a bunch of different wrestling figures. These were from like the 1980s, and they had a ton of them. I mean, buckets and buckets full of them, but they had them priced between $2 all the way up to $10 a piece. In the $2 bucket, I found a bunch of these guys. They do have, you know, some scuffs and scrapes and discoloration, but they're still from the 80s, and I think if I lot them up, I can do pretty well on them. And to be completely honest, I do not know wrestling that well, so I'm going to refer to these figures as just like guy number 1 through whatever, and I'll pop up comps next to them so you can see who it is and what they're worth. So here we have guy number 1, guy number 2, guy number 3, guy number 4, Mr. number 5, and the last of the larger figures, guy number 6. And then there was one final one. This one is a much smaller one. He's a thumb wrestler. You can put your finger in the back of him. But I've done well with these ones in the past, so I figured I'd grab him. And then for $5, I grabbed one piece of clothing from that sale, this New York Division A Champions jacket. And then at the next sale, I ended up grabbing a few pieces of clothing, including this Donald Duck Steelers shirt right here. Pretty cool graphic. And then I also picked up this women's North Face fleece jacket. I don't pick up a ton of these fleece jackets anymore, but this one in this style does pretty well for me. I still get around 25 bucks for them. Now the next one, I ended up grabbing these two things right here, and they really surprised me. The first one right here is the Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 3 Declassified. I had to read that off, but I looked this up when I got to the car, and it looks like it was going for around 97 bucks. Over on Amazon. That's absolutely crazy, because down below you can see the MSRP on this guy was originally 50 bucks. Now I do want to point out the sales rank on this guy on Amazon wasn't super great. It was about 2 million in books, so it might sit a little bit, but hey, I'll still take that profit any day of the week. And then there was this. This was a huge surprise. I had no idea it was worth this much. I always pick up HP Inc, as I've mentioned in numerous other videos, and this is HP Design Jet 727 right there. It is new in the box. You can see the box is opened, but when I take the actual ink itself out, you can see the seal is new and unbroken right there. And when I got done for the day and looked this thing up in my hotel room, I was shocked to see that this thing goes for over $200, like 230 bucks for this guy right here that I paid $2 for. I had no idea it was worth that much. Had I known, I probably would have paid him more, but that is a come up and a half. Come ups like that is why I love to yard sale. And then next year, I'm going to show you some clothing that I just picked up at random yard sales, so it was like 1 or 2 pieces here or there that may or may not have made it into the video. First up, we got a Walt Disney World sweater for $1. This really cool Scooby-Doo t-shirt. A vintage Alaska tee for $1. Actually, make that 2 Alaska tees. This one actually surprised me. This is a Twilight New Moon t-shirt right here. It is an all-over print one, and I was surprised to see what it was worth. It actually has a decent amount of value behind it. Then I also got this Dare t-shirt. These are great for whatnot. And then I got 2 of these Skillet t-shirts. This is the first one right here, and the second one right there. And then lastly, I got a couple of windbreakers. I got this Nike one right here. It's got the down low center check. It's just a pullover. And then one more pullover right here. Again, a nice big center check right in the middle. And now let me show you some of the pickups from one of my favorite stops of the trip. This guy had everything that I normally like looking through. He had 80s and 90s toys, He-Man, video games, action figures. He had it all. This was just a very, very cool vendor. So let me start off here with the video games. He had a bunch of different video games in there for a bunch of different systems, and he had a bunch of systems themselves. He had the systems all priced up, and he had the games priced based on what the console was that they go to. However, I still grabbed some pretty good ones for $2 a piece. This right here is Street Fighter Super 2 on this Super Nintendo, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 on the N64, Yoshi's Cookie for the Game Boy, and lastly, Resident Evil 2 on the Xbox 360. And then just like with the video games, he had a bunch of toys out. Some of them were individually priced, and some of them were just like bulk priced, where he wanted $1 a piece. So I ended up picking up some of the dollar figures, because why not? And some of these guys, I don't know who they are, so if you know who these guys are, let me know if I don't have a comp up for them. But the first one right here is this little robot guy. King Kong from 2006. 2021 Godzilla. I have no idea who this guy is, but I just loved how he looked. I think this guy right here is from Small Soldiers, and I think his name is Insaniac, if I'm not mistaken. And then the final one is this little Transformer right here. So all of those were $1 a piece, but there were also some other Masters of the Universe figures and collectibles that I just couldn't leave behind. Like this thermos right here. Look at that. The original thermos from 1983. Unfortunately, it is missing the cap, but I think that one's probably going to stay in my personal collection because that is just too cool. And then these were kind of cool. Look at these. These are Masters of the Universe erasers. So here is the first one right there. I did pay up on them. I paid $10 a piece. And then there is the second one right there. They are brand new in the package. And when I ended up looking these up, they ended up having some decent value behind them. So really happy with that one. I'm glad I took the chance on those for $10 a piece because I just never seen those erasers before. And then finally, I grabbed a couple of miscellaneous items off of him. The first one right here is this Sharp calculator, brand new in the package. And then check this thing out right here. This super rad old school GT spoiler skateboard. It's one of the plastic ones, like the penny board style, and it is a vintage one for sure. Just check out these old school polyurethane wheels on this guy. That is just super sick and old school, and if you spin them, you can just see they just keep going and going and going, so there's some good bearings in there, which is indicative of a higher end skateboard as opposed to a cheap one. Now, before making this video, I didn't do the research on this yet, but if I had to guess, I'm guessing this is from the 1970s and probably has at least a little bit of value behind it. Moving on now, I got the 1983 Kenner Ewok plush, just super cool Star Wars old school plush toy. And then I also got this old school ghost face mask right here. It is one of the ones that hooks up to the pump and like lets like the blood go down his face. And some of these have some good value. I always end up picking up ghost face stuff if I find it for cheap. Now let me show you some more really cool clothing here. So at the next sale, I ended up grabbing two pieces. This first one is pretty basic. It's just a Hard Rock Cafe Honolulu sweater. But then there was this one. This is a super cool Bob Seger tour t-shirt. I don't know what year it's from, but man, that is definitely, that's got to be 90s. If I had to guess, I'm guessing 90s on that. It is single stitch down here. It's just a super cool piece, and I got it for $1. And I thought I lucked out by finding that one Bob Seger shirt because that's a pretty rad 90s piece right there. But then I came across this sale. Just look at this beautiful stack. I got 8 t-shirts here, and they're all pretty dang good. I mean, check that one out right there. The all-over print Dale Jarrett front and back all over t-shirt. I actually saw this one hanging up from the road when I was driving by. That is super sick. Only $1. And then there was the equally as cool vintage Nutmeg Magic Johnson t-shirt right here. Front and back. Straight up 90s on that guy. Single stitch all the way around. And in pretty good shape. It does have one little mark right there, but otherwise it is super clean. There was also this really cool Grateful Dead style cat t-shirt. I just sold this exact t-shirt on Whatnot like 2 shows ago, so now we got another one. Next was this Jaguar Super Bowl t-shirt. You can see it's from the year 2000, but if you look down in the corner, it's actually date stamped 1999. A brand new with the tags NASCAR t-shirt from 1998 Winston Cup. An AC/DC Black Ice tee. Next is a little Black and Mild t-shirt right there, and this one actually might have some value behind it because smoke t-shirts right now are pretty hot. And finally, to round them out, a September 11th commemorative t-shirt. I couldn't believe all of that was from that same vendor. That's absolutely crazy. He had some fire stuff. I made sure to ask him if he had any more. Unfortunately, he didn't though. This next sale was also a really good one. There was just all kinds of good stuff there. Look at this. C-3PO Star Wars case, and inside there are some vintage Star Wars and I think Battlestar Galactica, if I'm not mistaken, action figures. And yes, he does work.
I am C-3PO, human cyborg relations.
Let me show you what was inside. I don't know all the figures' names, but maybe you'll be able to help me out. So we'll start out here with the one that I do know. She's pretty iconic, even though I've never seen Star Wars. This is 1977 Princess Leia. Alien number 1. Number 2 in the gold. Number 3 in the silver. I think this one is Jar Jar Binks, but I could be mistaken. He's a newer one for sure. He's not one of the 70s ones. He's from the 90s. A little stormtrooper dude. Then we've got this guy. Guy whose outfit looks like a priest, but he's probably not a priest. Ant-Man if he was spray painted silver. Pigman. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. This guy looks like someone's dad. Robot Policeman. The alien from American Dad if he was pink. Robo-Dog. And finally, this guy. So obviously, I'm going to have to do some research on those guys because I don't know much about them, but they were old and I only paid 20 bucks for them, which I feel like is a pretty good deal. I think that case alone is worth 20 bucks. And next, I've got a bunch of pens. I've got 2 sets of these Pierre Cardin pens. One pen made by Sharp. These 2 pens had me stumped. I'm not sure who ME is or what brand ME is. If you know, let me know down in the comments. And finally, 2 of these Cross wide design pens. And now finally, the last item inside this bag is the biggest question mark of my entire trip. I have no idea what this is worth, but I think it could be pretty good. Boom! Look at that. That is just an absolute beauty of a piece of pottery. I don't know why, but it just caught my eye. That is absolutely stunning. And then if we look on the bottom here, we can see it is signed by Maria Antonita Roybal, which is what I ended up looking up. Now, honestly, I couldn't find a ton on the artists. I couldn't find them together working on the same piece, but there was a lot more online about the Tonita Roybal than there was about Maria. So I'm guessing they probably worked together to make this thing right here. I'm guessing one was probably the potter and one was the person who did the design on the pieces. I did see other pieces by Tonita that she worked with other artists. There was a guy named Jose and stuff like that, and some of their pieces are going for absolutely insane money. So I ended up paying the $65 for this guy. I took a chance on it just because it was so well made, and I looked it up. It looks like at minimum they're going for around $300, and there are some going for over $5 grand. I'm gonna put this down before I break it. So obviously I've got a lot of research to do on this thing before I can confidently make an assessment on it, but I'm hoping it's going to be a higher end piece, you know, fingers crossed. If you guys know absolutely anything about this or you dig up anything about those artists, let me know, because this could be a score and a half. I'm not a huge pottery expert or anything like that. I just took a chance on it and it seems to have paid off. Like, really, really paid off. So that is an awesome score. And with that, we are done. That is everything I picked up on day number 1 of the 400-mile yard sale down through Kentucky. Obviously got some awesome stuff. If you ended up going out there, let me know something that you ended up finding there or what you ended up finding this weekend that was just an awesome score for you. Anyways, though, I hope that you guys all enjoyed this one. I really had a good time making this one. I love these highway sales. If you want to see more of these, make sure you go down low and smash that like button for me. It really does let me know that you like this kind of content, and I'll continue doing it. Also, while you're down there, consider subscribing to my channel for more content like this, because I will be doing at least one more highway sale this summer. Otherwise, I will see you guys all in the next one. Till next time, keep on treasure hunting. Peace.